You know, whenever we talk about great actors, the conversation almost always lands on range, right? Their ability to just completely disappear into a role. But what if an actor's biggest strength isn't about transformation, but radiation, a really specific, undeniable quality they bring to every single part? Well, that's exactly what we're exploring today with the totally unique cinematic signature of Elle Fanning. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's not about her becoming a different person. It's about this consistent, powerful mood she projects, this beautifully haunting frequency. So that begs the question, what is the Elle Fanning frequency? All right, so let's try to do the impossible here. Let's try to define the undefinable. We're going to start by breaking down the core elements of this cinematic frequency that makes her so captivating on screen.
I mean, just listen how poetic these descriptions are. A ghost humming, a Victorian painting come to life. This isn't about technique, you know? It's about a feeling. Fanning doesn't just enter a movie, she kind of floats into it. She's less of a performer and more of an aesthetic, a whole vibe that can shift a film's entire atmosphere.
Okay, so here are the building blocks. That super soft voice, the porcelain face, and this undeniable ethereal energy. The source material brilliantly calls her Hollywood's answer to lavender tea, which is perfect. She's calming, she's elegant, and maybe a little too soothing for someone who ends up in so many nightmares. And that contrast, oh, it's absolutely key. So, where did this all start? How did she become this patron saint of cinematic softness? Well, her early roles really laid the emotional groundwork for everything that was going to come next.
And you can really see the progression here. In Super 8, her emotional rawness just felt so startlingly real, you know? Then in 20th Century Women, she found this profound, grounded depth without any big, showy gestures. And of course, in Maleficent, she was Princess Aurora with a serenity so powerful it basically turned the whole movie into a perfume ad, with the occasional dragon.
But Hollywood didn't just want deep, they wanted dark. And this is where things get really interesting, when that signature softness of hers gets dropped into much more intense, even terrifying genres. Take The Neon Demon. She was breathtakingly beautiful and deeply unsettling, often in the very same shot, and she did it all without ever raising her voice. Like the source puts it, she stared into the abyss and the abyss asked for her skincare routine. That's the Fanning frequency, this immense power in complete and total stillness. Which brings us to 2025, what some people are already calling her villain era. This year is shaping up to be the ultimate test of her power, placing her unique frequency in some very unexpected cinematic worlds.
I mean, just look at this contrast. It's wild. The Predator franchise is all sweaty soldiers, loud guns, aliens with mandibles. And who do they pick for their hero? The calmest person in Hollywood. It's a genius move. She's the kind of protagonist who could probably defeat the Predator just by giving it an existential crisis. Her quiet intensity becomes the ultimate weapon.
Okay, so if Predator is her action awakening, her other big film, Sentimental Value, is the total emotional counterpunch. This is a story she has to carry pretty much all on her own, using a completely different kind of strength.
This right here is her sweet spot. Mastering subtle heartbreak. Instead of all the screaming and breaking things, the emotions just simmer right below the surface, and it's absolutely devastating. She can show you complete ruin without ever messing up her makeup. That quiet power is just mesmerizing.
So, all of this brings us right back to where we started. Is this frequency a strength or is it a limitation? I think it's time we redefine what we even mean by an actor's range. So, what's the verdict? After seeing how she applies her unique style across all these genres, does she have range in that classic sense we always talk about? The answer, well, it's not a simple yes or no. See, her range is all in the nuance. If you're looking for an actor to give you a loud, explosive monologue, you're probably going to look somewhere else. But if you need someone to portray quiet pain, eerie stillness, a soft rebellion with an emotional depth so subtle it feels like it should be studied under a microscope, then Elle is absolutely unstoppable. I love how the source material puts it. She doesn't devour her roles. She absorbs them. It's not some aggressive takeover. It's a quiet fusion. It's like she performs with the energy of a ghost who just refuses to leave the mansion until she's absolutely nailed the scene. And really, if you take one thing away from this, it's this. She isn't a chameleon changing her colors for every part.
She is a mood, a whole cinematic vibe. You don't hire Elle Fanning to transform. You hire her because she turns every movie into a beautiful dream that might also be a nightmare.
And that, right there, is the essence of the Elle Fanning frequency. Her power is making silence feel louder than shouting, making stillness feel dangerous, and making softness feel like strength. You don't hire Elle Fanning for range. You hire her for a resonance that no other actor out there can provide.